beautiful sanctuary, all of us are going through something. Am I the only one? But I'm inclined to believe tonight that if it ain't one thing, come on, y'all can talk about it. If it ain't one thing, it's another. It's kind of like this, and every time I turn around, it's always something. So it lets me know tonight that we all have something that we're going through. But I want to tell you how to get through whatever it is that you're going through. And I want you to know that whatever you're going through, you can, and I repeat, you can get through it. That there's nothing new under the sun, and there's nothing too hard for God. Because I serve a God that if he's done it one time, he can do it again. If he's healed before, he can heal again. If he made a way out of no way before, tell somebody he can do it again. Yeah, and I want you to look as we look here tonight that the 43rd chapter of Isaiah looks at the release of the Jews out of captivity, as well as the work of a man's redemption by Jesus Christ. Now, I don't know about anybody in this room tonight, but I thank God for the work, because I'm a receptive, or I'm a benefit of the work of Jesus. Because in this chapter, there are precious promises made to the people of God to help them get through whatever it is that they're going through. You have to understand tonight, Day Springs, that Israel belonged to God. They were his precious purchase, and he had precious promises, and not only promises, but he had precious protection for his own. I want you to understand that they were his workmanship, and God will not abandon, nor will he forsake his own. God is just like a real father. I'm just not talking about somebody that's just bred from britches, but I'm talking about God is like a real daddy. A real daddy will take care of his own. A real daddy will get up before the sun comes up. Do I have a witness in here? A real daddy will go by any means necessary to take care of his own. A real daddy will go without in order for his child to go with. So this is the way God does. And my first point tonight is that we have to look at it. We have to be aware that it's probable, because if we look at verse number 2, somebody say verse number 2. Verse number 2 says, when thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers there shall not overflow thee. Then he says, when thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. On the other hand, when we're going through the fire, we won't even come out smelling like smoke. Do I have a witness in this place? As the Lord speaks to Israel through the utterance of the prophet Isaiah, he speaks of the times, y'all, that will be filled with trouble. Not only with trouble, but with trials, and not only trials, but transitions. But I need to hurry up and remind somebody in here today, for Israel, this was not the first time that they had to encounter trouble. Do I have a witness in here? They had already been there and done that. They had already been in trouble one time before. And our God showed up, and he showed out. Aren't you glad that you serve a God that not only will he just show up, but he'll show out. He'll show up and let the devil know that you belong to him.